Introducing you all to my siblings, T.Oak, Devin Majors Jr., and Tyrah Majors. Labeling them as just entertainers is an understatement. These three are pursuing their passions and making names for themselves along the way. In our house, there is never a dull moment with them around. They are making major moves.
Major move. Ooh.
Hello and welcome back to Major Moves with Tyrah Majors. This is the show where people are highlighted for doing major things. On today's episode, we're talking music, we're talking makeup, and we're talking family. Now, these are my siblings, T.Oak, Victoria, and Devin Majors.
Hi.
Now, they are making major moves. Now, I just want to get right to it. How are you all doing? Thank you for coming on the show.
Good.
Oh, thank you for
having
inviting us, sister.
Yes,
I've been wanting to be on this since the first day you did it.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I watched
This
all
is
the
a dream
episodes.
come true.
So you're all doing great things, obviously. But I want to start with the youngest sibling, Victoria.
Hi, everyone.
Victoria's 16, and you've got so many things going for yourself right now. Now, first of all, I want to start with makeup, your makeup career.
totally.
So how did this all come about? I know you do makeup for different events, prom, school dances, some weddings maybe, going on down the line, right?
Yeah, well, I've been interested in makeup since I was about 5, so I started pretty young. And freshman year, that is when I took things a lot seriously. Homecoming was coming up and my friends needed makeup, so I offered to do it. And that is when I decided that I wanted to have this business where I charge, do professional makeup, and I'm really happy with how everything's turned out. So, yeah.
Cool, cool. So you started making money right away. But how did you learn? How did you learn how to do that perfect makeup look?
Yeah, well, I'm self-taught,
Okay.
but I have to say YouTube and a lot of practice, for
Now,
sure.
why is it important to be self-taught than to just take classes, pay for classes at a college or something? Why is that more efficient, you think?
I don't think it's more efficient. I think both ways are perfectly fine. I don't think that if you're self-taught or not self-taught, you should be discredited for your work. So
How do you get clients? I know that you do your friends' makeup a lot, but outside of your friend group, is it mostly word of mouth, social media?
social media and word of mouth, definitely. People recommend me to different people that aren't my friends. So word of mouth and social media.
That's so cute. Now, if you could do anyone's makeup in this whole world, whose makeup would you do?
Tyrah Majors.
Not you do makeup all the time, though.
Yeah, and I love doing your makeup. So you have such an amazing canvas.
You're not gonna say Ariana
Thank
Grande?
you. I know, right? That's your favorite.
That's what I thought
I mean,
was
like, she's a close second.
At least Rihanna,
Okay, well-
somebody.
So your makeup business is progressing. You're doing great so far, but where do you see it going? What's next for that venture?
I definitely would love to start my own business, similar to how Rihanna started hers. I would love to make a makeup line specializing in women of color,
Okay.
because I feel like that's something that is not really paid attention to these days.
Outside of your makeup business, you're starting a clothing line. And what's your clothing line? We all know, I mean, everyone says it around our house now, right?
Rich.
Rich. What is rich? Where did rich come from? What does rich mean?
Yeah, so I've been saying the word rich since about 5th grade.
What?
It's not really a word to say like you're rich, you're wealthy, you know? It's just a way to
Not
say that you're
wealthy.
cool and that you're hip and you're fun.
It's like a
Rich.
swag.
I guess.
It's
but,
like using swag.
So rich is the new swag.
period.
So why a clothing brand? Out of all the things you can do with the word rich, why are you planning to start a clothing line named Rich?
I love fashion and I love clothes.
Okay.
That's the main reason, hands down.
That makes sense. And what are you going to be making?
T-shirts, hoodies, tank tops, tube tops, crew necks,
tops.
socks, shorts, hats,
Everything.
everything.
Whole closet.
The logo is done. We've made about 10 shirts as of now.
Wow.
Photo shoot is coming up very soon.
Okay.
I have my models, about 30 models so far.
Wow.
So
How'd you cast the models?
my friends,
Cool.
I posted who wants
mean,
to
your
model,
friends
and
are
they
dope, so
said,
why not?
my friends are rich, skinny queens. Like,
Rich,
they have to be in this,
Skinny
you know?
queen.
Got 30
Yeah.
friends.
Okay.
I have more than that, but those are the top 30.
Definitely a voice for the teenagers. I think you
I
are.
hope to be.
I think you are, because you've done so much throughout high school. You've planned school walkouts after the Parkland shootings. You've done a lot of like activism. I know that you stand for body positivity. As we saw, you did 2 pageants recently,
did.
and your platform was body positivity. Now, what was it
Positive
like?
body image.
Positive body image. Okay, so what was it like? That whole experience being in a pageant.
It was such an amazing experience. I've always wanted to be in pageants since I was a little girl.
While we're watching these pageants, and when they called your name for first runner-up, I know we were so excited for you, but what was you guys' reaction to that?
My heart was beating like
Same.
She's a winner in my eyes, though.
That
She's
is
a queen.
so beautiful.
She's just crazy just seeing my sister out there doing those big questions. I was like, I can't even answer
I
that.
couldn't. I know
was like-
my heart was beating.
I was
for
nervous
you.
for her, yeah. I mean,
I was like, what are they gonna ask her?
I was like, I hope she doesn't mess up, but gladly she didn't. She did an amazing job. You
You
gotta
have to
hook me
have-
up with one of your pageant girlfriends.
Of course.
Yeah, that too.
That's rich right there.
What would you tell young girls who may want to be in a pageant someday, or even whatever, start their own makeup line, start their own clothing line, that may not have the confidence like yourself to do so? What would you tell them?
My biggest advice is don't give up and just follow your heart and your dreams.
Your special talent in your pageant was singing, so you do sing, you play guitar, and you've recorded music in your lifetime. Now, are you gonna come out with any more songs in the
course.
future?
The clothing line will be very time consuming, but I am willing to make the time and organize to start my career up again. My
Okay.
singing career up again.
Your singing career up
Yes.
again. Okay, so
Because I
now
love singing, it's my passion.
you're a woman of many talents.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna talk to Devin Majors Jr. He is my little brother.
Yeah.
He's almost 21. Are you excited to turn 21?
I don't think my life's gonna change too much, but I am excited to be able to go out if need be, you know, turn up,
You gonna go out with
Turn
me?
up.
get faded.
You gonna go out with me now?
Yes,
Huh?
sir.
Yeah, we're all gonna go out, I'm sure, if they invite me.
Major moves.
Yeah.
That's a major move, definitely turning 21.
a-
You're making big steps in your life right now. You
I
just
am.
moved away from home. You're living in a
did.
big city. You're not in San Diego anymore.
That is
You're
true.
not living under your parents' roof.
I
What
love
is that like for you?
Oh, it's amazing. You know, I love the sense of being independent and being able to do things on your own. I feel like I needed that to be able to grow as a person. And I feel like just this past year, you know, I've grown so much.
You've had a long career of acting, modeling, and singing. I know
Yeah.
singing is your true passion. You
Always
just
has been.
released your official first single. It's not your first single that you've released, but it's your first official music video.
Music video, yeah.
So tell us about Love Your Body and the idea for the song and the process behind that.
Just browsing through YouTube, I found this beat that really stood out to me. It was very poppy, and I started singing to it. And these words started coming to my head, and it was just, girl, I really want to touch your body. And it was originally Touch Your Body, and I had to change it because I just thought touch was just a little,
Too
a little creepy, a little too
sexual.
much. I changed it to Love, and then I wrote lyrics around that. And then I put the song together, went to my producer, we recorded it.
Okay.
Took about 6 hours, and then
That's
Love Your
it.
Body was made.
Okay, so you make it sound so simple, but I just want to know about the technical process. So you found a beat on YouTube. Is that usually what you do? Like, what is the process for finding a beat, and how do you know when you find a good beat?
So it kind of depends. Sometimes I'll just listen to beats just because I like listening to music.
Okay.
And in that case, I found one that just was really nice. It was like, wow, like, I gotta make a song to this because it popped.
Yeah.
But usually, I mean, I prefer to, you know, make original music and make my own beats, which is what I do more of.
Okay.
But if I do find a beat or come across a beat or someone sends me a beat that is just like fire, then, you know, I gotta make a song to it. And
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
I know you're very much into music. Like,
Yeah.
Devin literally listens to everything. He'll be listening to the Mamma Mia soundtrack one day, then he'll listen to country music, and then you're listening to
again. My,
Yeah.
How can I resist? ya?
Exactly. They'll go from that, and then they'll go to like listening. You'll go to listening to your favorite rapper, which is
Yeah.
Drake. How do you define your genre?
if I had, you know, I think about this a lot because I feel like I have a very unique kind of style.
Right.
And I would say it's pop, but with R&B twist to it. I have a huge R&B background. You know, my dad made R&B music, so shout out my dad.
Our dad, he's your inspiration behind your singing
He
career.
100%. He was always singing, creating music in front of me, you know, and I was exposed to that at an early age.
Of course. What's coming up next for you? Are you recording stuff? Are you looking at more beats? Are you producing your own beats?
Definitely gonna drop some singles coming out soon, and yeah.
That's dope. Now, what's your ultimate goal when it comes to your singing career?
Ultimate goal, I want to be a worldwide pop star mogul.
Mogul, international superstar.
I want to be an international superstar.
Okay.
I want to, you know, reach out to all audiences. I want to have the biggest platform I could possibly have.
You've done some acting, you've
Yep.
done some modeling.
Yep.
The most fondest memory of mine that comes to my head is your Target ad, because that was
Yeah.
just the coolest thing ever, but you've
Yeah.
done a lot more. So can you touch on that a little bit?
Yeah, definitely. The Target one was for sure
How
like
old were you?
I was 13.
You were 13.
So
That was a long
13,
time ago.
There was like this audition, and it was 800 people.
Wow.
800 people auditioned, and I remember going. I think it was probably the first audition I think I ever had to do, and I remember my mom. She was like, you know, we need to go. We're all gonna go. Our whole family's gonna audition for it.
Momager.
And she's a momager. You know, she got us out there, and I, of course, you know, I'm a young boy. I was like, I don't want to be a model. Like, you know, that's for girls. I'm not doing that. And I didn't want to go. I was mad in line. The line was really long. I didn't want to do it. I went when it was my turn. I wasn't even being positive. I smiled when I had to, but I didn't do a great job. Sure enough, I got a call back out of 800 people. Only 20 people or so got a call back. And I was just like, wow. And then they told me how much, you know, I could possibly get paid. And then I was just like, wow. And I kind of figured out, like, dang, I think I want to kind of do some modeling, because it was just really simple. All you got to do is take pictures, look cute, and get paid. And
from there, you were like, oh, I'm totally in this acting, modeling thing. Like,
yeah.
In the Honda commercial too, right?
I was just in a Honda commercial, which was also pretty dope.
You just saw yourself on TV one day. You're like, oh, that's me.
I was like, yep, no biggie.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
And you're also in school right now, which is, that's also really important, because outside of pursuing your passions, you're in school, you're grinding it out.
You always got to have
day.
a backup plan, you know. I understand that the music business is something that's extremely hard to succeed in. So it's good to have something to fall back on, and I want to get my degree. I said since I was younger that I'm always going to get my degree, and that's just set in stone for me.
Good.
That's what's up.
That's what's up. Back to music. Okay, the two of you released a joint project together, Started Something Great. I love that album.
I was on one of the
Started
songs.
something great.
I still listen to that all the time. Yeah, you did have a little feature on one of the songs. What was that experience like for both of you?
You know, it was hard.
What was hard about it?
What's hard about it, because he think he knows everything.
Oh, goodness. So there were some disagreements when it came to the music making process.
There's a lot, yeah.
Of course.
Well, when you do joint collaborations with people, it's, you know, it's two different ideas, it's two minds.
Yeah.
You got to try to put them together. And on top of, you know, our dad that's also, you know, trying to give us musical advice. So you got three heads, big heads, that all think they're the best.
So when we heard a beat, he's like, I don't really like this beat. Then when I heard one song, I was like, I don't like this beat. And so one time we had a song, both wrote a part, and we was just like, okay.
Do it for yourself.
Do it for yourself.
Yeah, so
it was like, what part should we do?
Okay.
You know, and then we was bumping heads like the whole week about it, and then all of a sudden I was the bigger person, even though my part was better than that. And so I was just like, all right, we could just do it. So we went with his verse.
But at the end of the day, are you happy with how the song came out?
Of course.
Because that's actually my favorite song on
You
the
know?
album.
Yeah, shout out,
Do it for
courtesy to me.
yourself. Do it for
Devin
yourself.
Majors for
I like the
Birthday.
slow
Birthday's the
R&B.
one.
Let's talk about Birthday. Honestly, okay, we'll talk about Birthday. Birthday's a hit. It's been on the radio station.
Yeah, because I make it feel like your birthday.
So T.Oak's,
yeah.
he's our oldest sibling, and you started this for us. You really did. Like, you were the first to really, I mean, we all put ourselves in the entertainment industry really young, but I would say you were the first to get out there and really make a platform for yourself, an online presence, develop a fan base.
Good job, man.
Rich.
You started when you were 16. How did you build a fan base at 16?
I was very popular in high school.
Okay.
You know, very popular in high school.
Scripps legend, right?
Everyone knew who I was, even the janitors, you know. One day it was something going on, like, you know, the radio station was at the school in the quad, like every other Wednesday they do. It was the end of the year, and I was just like, oh, my song just came out called Stalker. I had it all planned out. I was like, I'm going to perform.
Right.
No one can tell me I'm not going to perform right now. It's a mic always here. I'm going to do it. I got on stage. Boom. Everyone just started crowding in.
And everyone was surprised.
Everyone just started coming in. They was like, what's going on? So the whole school was just around big things. So 2,000 people watching me, my first time performing.
Wow.
And none of them
Never
even
done
knew
none
it
of
was going
that.
to happen.
Nobody. So they all looked at me.
From that moment, you got up there in front of 2,000 students. You were like, okay, this is for me. This is what I want to do.
I mean, no.
You knew before.
I knew before.
You always knew you wanted to do music. But that was like the time where you finally.
That's when I was just like, when I got done performing, that's when I was just like, I could do this.
You're like, I got this.
I could do this.
Okay. New Booty hit a lot though.
Oh, that's 2 million.
New Booty has 2 million right now.
2 million.
Which is dope.
We going up.
So how does that feel when you see these numbers climbing on social media?
Oh, you know, it feels amazing, you know. When I see 2 million, I'm like, okay, cool. And then when I see 100,000, I'm like, okay, that's cool too. But to me, I feel like it should be more. Like I need
Right.
more to come from this.
Always feel like you want to do more.
Yeah, I gotta do more. Like
a good
2
mindset.
2 million,
Yeah.
2 million is not enough.
Obviously, like social media is a great tactic,
Yeah.
like SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Music, and then sharing that across social media platforms. But how else do you get your music out there? You've been doing a lot of radio station
Let me
stuff.
say that. Yep.
So what's that been like?
The radio is pretty cool. That's another area right there. So when you hit the radio station, everyone's hearing you right there. Boom. See, now that's better than views to me.
Yeah.
Streams to
Like
me.
the exposure.
Yes.
So you make a lot of party hits. You make like New Booty's a party
I'm in there.
song for people to twerk to, whatever they want to do. Birthdays, obviously a huge party hit. Kylie Jenner with Rich the Kid. It's like a party song. It's fun music. What's your music making process? Is it similar to Devin's? Do you go on YouTube or do you have a beat in your head and you're like, I'm gonna go to the studio and make this right now?
So pretty much, yeah, I have a beat in my head. I pretty much do all my songs in the shower.
In the shower.
In the shower or 5 in the morning.
Low-key, I
driving,
remember
you know?
that.
So
You know?
annoying.
I remember him in the shower banging.
You know, just bang, I was banging.
Like, I'm
Like,
trying
what
to
is
be
sing.
banging.
in there?
That's-
Do you have like a signature ad lib in your songs?
Uh-uh.
Everyone knows all of
They
those
go,
your
ooh.
songs. Yeah, you
I
said that
used
when
to.
you were 7.
Catchy.
Yeah.
My favorite is yeah. I do that a lot.
Who's
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
No
Oh,
one
you
else.
do that.
I just do it. Or you dig.
Oh,
you know,
you dig.
You dig.
You dig.
So you dig.
Okay.
You dig, you dig.
You
Okay.
know.
You dig.
Your music videos, you
Yeah.
take control of your videos. You directed Just Wanna Know.
to.
It had your girlfriend.
I got
in.
to.
Shout out to Carly. 'Cause
Carly,
she
love
that
you.
video was
Carly
awesome. And you did that music video all by yourself. You directed it.
Yeah.
And then you obviously had your videographer with you. But what was the creative process behind that video?
You know, shout out to Thomas Tyrell because he does a great job on my videos.
That's facts.
You know what I mean? He
Right,
did his
he also
video
did Love
too.
Your Body. And you
know?
also directed that video as well. Definitely, you've been an inspiration for us all, I think.
Definitely. Love you
You know,
For
I'm like the
myself.
soldier boy in this. You know?
Usually I do a fun segment.
T.Oak?
I didn't plan. Every Major Move show, I do a fun segment. And today I'm going to be asking my siblings just some random questions that they have to answer about themselves or about each other. I'm setting a timer. There's only 60 seconds, so this is really hot on the spot. We
Let's do
really
it.
didn't
Let's do
set
it.
any rules for this, but we're just going to see how it goes. I'm
Let's
just going
do
to
it.
ask them random questions. Now, starting now, Tyshawn's favorite place to shop. Tyshawn can't
Top
answer.
shop.
Zara.
What are they right?
Sorry.
But Zara. Okay,
Already know.
DJ favorite food.
Mexican.
Yep.
Mexican food? I didn't even know that. Okay, okay. Who's mom and dad's favorite?
Tyra.
Tyra. That's not even a question.
That
Okay,
was assistant.
Okay, okay. Victoria's favorite singer?
Ariana.
Color of DJ. Green.
Green.
Okay, what's
Favorite person of Tyshawn. Carly.
Victoria's taking over? Honestly, you guys are making major moves. This has been awesome hearing about all of you and watching you all grow. I'm sure you're inspiring a lot of people at home. You're inspiring your friends. You're inspiring people on social media, your fans, right?
Well, I just want to
no,
say
I just have to
the
say.
#1 person making major
Oh.
moves is Tyrah Majors herself.
Yeah.
And
Well, thank you.
she's somebody that
You are major moves, and we're so proud of you on getting your master's. and all this
Wow,
too.
you're
There you go.
so
You're about to
sweet.
graduate
Wow, this threw me
to
off.
USC, you
Well,
know?
thank you so much, guys. Thank you for being on my show. You know, it's really been fun, my journey, making major moves, I guess. Giving young people a platform to express themselves and to speak about the things that they're pursuing. So,
It's really amazing of you.
you're just a very sweet and
Yeah.
kind, amazing person. As real as they come. I love
As
her.
real as
there's
they
something so sarcastic about that, but I'm just going to accept it. Where can everyone follow you at home, starting with T.Oaks?
All right, look. You can find me on Instagram at Oakster, and that's with 4 R's.
Okay.
And follow me on Twitter also at T_Oaks with 2 S's. Do not forget that. And on SoundCloud, T.Oaks, YouTube, T.Oaks, Pandora, T.Oaks, Apple Music.
You can follow me on Instagram at Devin Majors Jr. That's DEVIN Majors Jr. And then subscribe to me on YouTube at just Devin Majors. You can look me up. I'm going to start posting covers on there. So
Ooh, look forward to that.
Find me on Instagram at Victoria Majors. You can find me on Twitter at _Majors. You can find me on YouTube at Victoria Majors. And you can find my clothing line at victoriamajors.com and my makeup account, Victoria Majors Makeup, on Instagram.
Nice. So many. I love that. I love that. Well, thank you again for coming on. Everyone, please make sure you go and follow them. Now, thank you so much for watching this episode of Major Moves with Tyrah Majors. Don't forget to subscribe. If you or you know someone who is making major moves, please have them go to my website and send me an email. That's www.tyrahmajors.com. Bye.
Bye. We love you.
Yeah.